Hi, welcome to another edition of Unity Through Community. It's our summer edition. Who doesn't love summer? We're having such a wonderful, beautiful summer. And I hope that you are actively enjoying and being involved in so many great things going on here in the Hastings community. We have, of course, our wonderful community ed programs and lots of stuff still for kids this summer. One thing I want to encourage you is if you're thinking about one of our community ed programs for kids, it's really important that you sign up as soon as you think about it. Don't say, oh, wait for a day or two in advance and we'll be able to get them in, because we contract with some wonderful organizations that provide just outstanding, top-notch classes for youth and throughout the metropolitan Twin Cities. And they have, it's a little business, so they want to know how many kids do we have enrolled. And at a certain point, we have to cancel the class if we don't have enough people enrolled. And we've had some disappointed families this summer because they called to register a day or two in advance, and our deadline was earlier than that. So just let me encourage you, if you're thinking about it, go online. We have also updated our website. It is gorgeous, so easy to navigate, very different from what it looked like before. So that terrific www.hastingscommunityed.com. We're also working really hard on our fall catalog that'll be coming out here at the end of the summer. If you're a family that has a preschooler, birth to 5 child in your household, you have received our fall ECFE catalog, and registration will be opening up pretty soon for that. So just all sorts of stuff always going on at Hastings Community Ed. And again, throughout the community. So as we're taping this, we're coming up on Rivertown Days, which I know so many of you enjoy and have a great opportunity to get out there with your neighbors and do all sorts of fun stuff. We are sponsoring a pickleball tournament coming up this week. And if you're interested in that, you can call 651-480-7670 to get on the schedule to play pickleball. If you haven't played pickleball, it's just really a whole lot of fun. We play at Tilden almost every day of the week. And last week I noticed that now pickleball, a lot of people associate with people that are 50 plus. But last week we had someone who was college age in there playing pickleball. So you're all welcome to come and see how that goes. We have the car shows, and then it would not be summer in Hastings without a wonderful theater presentation from our friends at Black Dirt Theater. And so today my special guests are Aimee Lang and Robin Starch from Black Dirt Theater. And I'm just so excited about this play, The Wizard of Oz. So Aimee, Robin, welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah. So Aimee, you reminded me when in the green room before we came on that you are have been on our Early Learning Advisory Council. Yeah. So tell me, obviously, about your background in theater.
Well, my husband and I were both professional actors, choreographer, dancer before we decided to start a family.
Oh, how fun. Where did you do that?
All over the country. I went to school in St. Louis and
Did you
Chicago.
go to St. Louis University?
No, I went to Webster Conservatory.
Okay.
And then I went to Roosevelt in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I started working regionally around the country, mostly in the Midwest. I actually worked in Fargo Moorhead, was my very first summer stock job.
Oh my gosh.
At the Straw Hat Players.
Okay.
And
what was your favorite role ever?
My favorite role ever?
It's hard to know.
There's a lot.
It's hard. Probably Hava in Fiddler on the Roof. I got to do it a number of times.
Okay.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Liesel in The Sound of Music
Yeah.
was another one that I got to do a couple times.
Oh,
So
fun.
I really like that one. So many. I played this role in Indiana. I played the role of Sarah Lincoln, which is Abraham Lincoln's older sister.
Okay.
And I played her for 8 summers.
Oh my gosh.
For the Lincoln Amphitheater, which now does a different play, but at the time they were doing the story of young Abe Lincoln.
Okay.
And I loved it. I got to dress like Laura Ingalls Wilder. I got to do a historical drama, which, if you don't know, they happen all over the country.
Okay.
And they're usually in these really enormous theaters, and they have spectacle like horses on stage and fire on stage and great dancing.
How fun.
And it was a really good time. As I said, 8 summers of my life. I loved it.
Okay.
So Sarah Lincoln has to be right up there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, how cool. And so then you came to Hastings.
We did. We were starting a family. We were living in Florida at the time, based out of Florida, but kind of still working all over the country. And we wanted to find a home base that was more family friendly, more geared towards education. So we started just sort of troubleshooting big cities that we wanted to be near and what they had to offer. And the Twin Cities kept coming up. And then we had some friends who were living here, and I found out actually some colleagues of my dad had grown up here. And we're like, well, let's look at Hastings, and it turned out we could actually afford to buy a house here. And
you know, I think we're kind of a best kept secret.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't tell everyone
about that. Yeah. Well, no. And one thing I've noticed this summer is there've been a lot of houses for sale, and they're selling fast. So I hope that young families in particular have discovered us and that they're coming in this summer.
Well, it's fantastic because we can live 35 minutes from a major metropolitan area with all that has to offer, but still live in a great small town where we have opportunities like Black Dirt and like ECFE right here for us, and that's amazing. If I lived this close to Chicago, I would still be in Chicago.
Yeah.
So
no, that's true.
Well, and it's kind of cool. There's 3 families that have been involved with Black Dirt Theater summer musicals that have since moved to Hastings.
Kidding?
I'm not kidding you.
How
because
cool.
of the education, because of early childhood, and because of just that small town community. Still, you have access to the Twin Cities, but yet there's enough here that just engages you, the parks and the riverfront and everything like that. So it really is a best kept secret of what we can offer for families and anybody who wants to partake in the arts and community education and the things that we offer.
How cool. Well, I think Black Dirt has gone from being a best kept secret to, I mean, when people in town are dying to know what's the musical going to be this summer. I mean, you know that you have established yourself, that you have really made yourself a community mainstay, a staple. And you do, I think that enriches this community so much. So I want to thank you for the work that you've done. During the Sound of Music, they had community people come out and be the prize winners, and I got to be the 3rd place winner, which I was a little hammy about it, and I enjoyed it.
It was good. We had community members that would come on and take each performance. There was a different community member, so the mayor and the city council rep.
Oh my gosh!
And so Mary got to be one of
it
our
was fun.
prize winners.
Yep, it was fun.
It was a good time.
It was fun. So you are you still doing any work professionally with theater? Or?
No, not right now. This is actually my first jump back in since having my child, and I was very happy to stay home and be with him all the time.
Yeah.
And then Robin offered me this wonderful opportunity. I thought, well, maybe it is time. My husband had done the dinner theater show this year because he was itching to get back in.
Okay.
So he did that, and I met Robin through that situation basically. And
cool.
so he had his turn, and I was like, okay, I want to have a turn.
Okay.
But hopefully I will get back into some professional acting at some point, but probably not until my son is in school.
Okay. Now, is this your first opportunity to direct?
Yes, on a big scale like this. I've done scene by scene sometimes with plays I was familiar with directors who knew me and wanted to give me an opportunity to spread my wings a little bit.
Good.
But this is my first, you're in charge of all of these scenes.
Yes and no, because she's a choreographer, and choreographers are
you
just
the choreographer for the show?
No,
she's not,
no.
but she has a history of choreography, and her ability, one, to be able to really understand what the actor goes through, and then that experience of teaching choreography and teaching dance, that in itself gives you this empathy and understanding of what's needed for creating that environment for community actors to be able to be nurtured and to grow in their roles.
And to be successful and to feel like they want to come back.
Right.
Because one of the people, I know a couple people that are in the play, but one of them is Mark Zuzek, who is the principal up at the middle school, and he is the Cowardly Lion.
Yes,
Boy, that's almost like typecasting, isn't it? I mean, that's just perfect for him.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
It's quite precious, quite lovely.
Yeah. 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 So, okay, so you mentioned on a big scale. How big of a scale is this show?
We have 140 people in the cast.
Oh my gosh.
But when you think about it, it's really just kind of like who's on stage when, right? So, you know, you have this small group of people who are in Kansas, who reveals kind of like what the backstory of everyone is. And then when Dorothy goes over the rainbow to the Wizard of Oz and Munchkin Land and Emerald City, you know, so there's like 25 Munchkins on stage, and
They are so cute.
And are they like little kids?
They're little.
yeah, they all had. So I'm 5 foot, and the requirement is that they had to fit under Robin's arms.
Okay,
And
okay.
so you know, there's
So how old
a
are they?
4-year-old or
Oh
two.
my gosh.
There's quite a few 5-year-olds, some
Wow.
6-year-olds.
Wow.
A couple of 7.
They're
I
so
think
cute.
I'm not sure the oldest because, like I said, we went through height.
Okay.
But it's this lovely little vertical line of heights and just excellent expressions and just getting into it and just
They're
having
having
a fun
so much
time.
fun.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
really cute.
That's one thing I really admire about, Black Dirt, and this is from the get-go, is the opportunity that you offer for many people to be part of the play. You know, so you always choose something that's big in scale, and then 145 people, 145 community members get a chance to be on the stage.
We
On
thought it was
stage,
crazy.
Yeah, but
But Robin had a brilliant
manageable.
plan because they're different things. So that we have a large group of munchkins. We have a large group of winged monkeys that are our middle schoolers.
Okay.
We have a pretty large group of winkies.
yeah.
Which
The
are,
Winkies are
what
the
is a
guards
Winkie?
for the witch, right?
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Were they called that in? No,
That's-
I'm only familiar with the movie.
They are called that in
the
the movie. The Winkies are the
Okay.
guards for the witch.
Okay,
They do the
okay.
oh wee oh, which
Yo.
exactly
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
knows that
Yeah.
tune.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's kind of fun. So there's this opportunity for lots of different ages, and what's really fun is that there's 5 parents that are citizens of Oz
Okay.
who have a munchkin and a winged monkey, and they're citizens of Oz. And a couple of them had never auditioned for anything.
Yeah.
But they kind of like got caught up in the buzz of the waiting.
Yeah.
And, oh, what the heck? You should give it a try. So they did, and then they got in, and they're just having a blast.
Oh my gosh.
So it's kind of fun. So there's some moms and dads and their kids in the show. There's some dads and their kids in the show, which is always really fun.
Yeah.
And moms and their kids in the show. And then there's just people who are single and they come down and they be a part of our community, or they're in our community and they just do Black Dirt Theater for a summer show, or maybe they're in a couple of our other shows throughout
Okay.
the year. So it's really just kind of like, am I going to go camping this summer, or am I going to do a Black Dirt Theater show? Oh, I love the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to audition for that.
And I wanted to talk about the audition process because throughout my time in the community, as I'm handing out our cards and pamphlets saying, you know, I know you have kids, come see our show, several people have said to me, oh, I wish I had known. I really would have loved to be in that show. Or I always talk myself out of auditioning. And I want to say it's not scary. The audition process itself is really fun. You come in, you get your picture taken, you tell us your availability. Robin will ask you to do something silly.
But I'll do it on stage with you.
But she'll make sure you're comfortable, and it's really very relaxed. We just want to see if you like to sing, if you can sing, if you like to dance, if you can dance. It doesn't take long, and it's lots of fun. I think people have as much fun auditioning as coming to rehearsals and doing the performances.
I hear that comment. Yeah.
So don't be scared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I have people who are like, okay, I don't sing, but I could stand up there, and I can.
That would be me.
You know, so it is fun because there are people where I got a knee injury, I don't really dance. Like, that's okay, because Citizens of Oz, there's lots of opportunities for you to be able to do that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And now today we're taping. It's July 13th. Where are we at with the rehearsal process, and when does the show start, and how do we get tickets, and where's it at? Go ahead and sell us a ticket.
Well, at Rivertown
as a matter of
Days, At Rivertown Days, we'll have a booth where we usually do a big tent that's kind of across from the stage down at the park. And we also have a booth this year up at the art fair at the Leduc.
Leduc? Okay.
And so at that time, if anyone wanted to walk up, there will be someone there with these handy dandy little smartphones that are smarter than I am because I don't know how to use them very well. But I have people who do know how to use them, and you could purchase a ticket at Rivertown Days.
Just like that on the phone.
Just like that on the phone.
Fabulous.
They just kind of,
Fabulous.
it happens that way.
Okay.
Then there's also the opportunity, just go to blackdirttheater.com,
Okay.
and then you can, through prompts, go through the website and order your tickets that way.
Okay. And
Or you
when
can show up at the door, and the performance dates
There we go.
are July 29th. That Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Friday and Saturday performances are at 7.
Okay.
So the 29th and the 30th. And then that Sunday performance is at 2. And
Okay.
then the following weekend as well. And so we basically, it's
But
the.
not the 5th.
Yeah, we never have a performance on Friday the 5th because that's the big cancer
to the-
walk, Bridge
Bridge
to a
to a
Cure.
I wondered why that was
yeah,
never
so we
there.
always want to honor
There we
that
go.
opportunity, and that's a
you know what,
huge
isn't that great?
organization.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, so we've never had a performance on that date.
So the 3rd and the 4th, not the 5th, but the 6th and the 7th.
Yes, or the second weekend
Yeah,
of the show.
Okay, so
yeah, and what's
Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday, Thursday. What's
okay.
really interesting is Wednesday, Thursday are our biggest sellers because a lot of people go to the cabin. So it kind of gives them that opportunity to come and see
sure.
the
I
show
wouldn't
before
have
they
thought of
head
that.
up north. Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah, so I encourage you, if you want to come and see the show on a Wednesday or Thursday, get those tickets sooner than later because those are our biggest houses.
And so all those performances, except for the 2 Sundays, are evenings at
7
7,
o'clock.
and then the 2 Sundays are 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock matinee.
And right here at the high school, at the auditorium.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what does it cost me for a ticket?
Well, it's $14 for a ticket, no matter what the age. We just have a flat rate
Oh,
all
okay.
year for
Okay.
all of our shows. They're $14.
Okay.
So
Great.
yeah,
Great.
fun.
That is so exciting. I remember when Black Dirt first started. It was just about the time I came to Hastings, and our family has been involved in community theater in the West Metro for years. It used to be Child's Play, and now it's Stages.
Yeah.
And so it was really exciting to hear about what the vision was, and then now to watch this thing grow has just been such a delight.
You know what's really cool is our choreographer, Allie Marshall. She's just graduated from college. She was in our first Black Dirt Theater Summer Musical, Oklahoma. And there are several people who are in this show that have been with us for all 6 summer musicals. And
Wow.
it's really fun. And what's great about it is that we get this opportunity to be able to mentor and give different chances to do different things. We have 5 designers for our costumes.
Wow.
And each of those community members have their own crew. There's one group that's doing the Winkies and the Monkeys, and one crew that's doing the Munchkins, and so it's not just being on stage; it's the backstage stuff that happens too.
Right.
And I couldn't do what I do at Black Dirt Theater if it weren't for the volunteers. It's a true community theater-run organization where our board is helping out with tickets and this, that, and the other thing. People who are building our set are sometimes it's just parents. And instead of sitting in the auditorium and watching the rehearsal process, they'll go back into the scene shop and they'll paint something or build something.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so it's really awesome that we have such great community support, and we do our best to find an opportunity for anyone and everyone to express their creativity or just come and share the talents that they have.
Right.
And as we go through what we go through, Ryan McCoy is our music director, along with Abby Zuzik, and the 2 of them are partnering in a way that's wonderful. Ryan has lots of experience, Abby has some experience, and so the 2 of them are mentoring each other and are a great collaborative team.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So, having done professional theater, how does this compare? Do you feel like, all right, so, now I'm going to forget the name of the show, Waiting for Guffman?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so.
Honestly, we do make some Guffman jokes.
All right, so for people who don't know, Waiting for Guffman is a mockumentary about, isn't it Blaine?
Blaine,
Indiana?
Missouri.
Blaine, Missouri, where it's a group of people who come together and put on the show for the sesquicentennial or whatever. And it's the group of people that work with Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with Christopher Guest. So it's Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy.
People from Spinal Tap.
Yes.
Spinal Tap, Best in Show.
Right.
And A Mighty Wind, my favorite.
Yeah. Best in
City
Show.
TV
Best
crew
in Show.
from the 70s.
That's actually
movies.
one of my favorites. But so if you haven't seen that movie, you should absolutely go online and either Google it or rent
Netflix
it or Netflix or something. But
so we do have some Waiting for Guffman jokes, especially when we're trying to do something big on the stage that maybe we don't necessarily have the budget or the or the apparatus to try to make something like really,
make monkeys fly.
Right, to make something really
It'd be
cool
a little dangerous,
happen. So, we sort of call them Guffman solutions to the problem. Well, okay, we can't do that. That's really cool. So what can we do that's kind of cool? And we try to brainstorm ways to make that happen. So in a way, it is a little, but professional theater's like that too. You know, you have your limitations, even if you have a bigger space and professional actors and professional designers, you still only have the amount of space on the stage and in the wings that you have. Right. You can't fly a helicopter in Miss Saigon if you're in a dinner theater. So that's true. So how else do you make that work?
That's true. Yeah.
So it's sort of exactly the same problem-solving process that you go through in any theater, and I find that the talent here is extraordinary. I was a little worried. This is really my first adventure into community theater, and definitely in this area, and I did not know what to expect of the talent that would show up. I was thinking, oh my gosh, are we going to have to choose between a tone-deaf Dorothy or a baritone Dorothy? Like, what's going to happen?
It'll be really tough.
So I was very pleasantly surprised that for every role that is cast, it could have been cast 5 different ways. We have so many amazing, talented people around here. We were blessed, truly.
Yeah. Good actors, good singers. Real intuitive, kind-hearted people.
Nice people you want to hang out with. I love coming to rehearsal.
Well, I noticed that even in my little brief time, and so when you're getting ready to come out for the curtain call, and the nuns were great, like, come here, sit with us, So, because you're standing there, you don't know any of these people, but they were just like, come on, let's reach out.
So welcoming. I mean, I'm not from here. I don't really know anyone from here. I show up at the theater and I was instantly given love and respect and support and really such an enjoyable group of people to be around.
That's great. Well, Robin, tell us a little bit more. We have a couple minutes left, just about Black Dirt and what Black Dirt's mission is and what your upcoming shows are and your plans for this next season.
Well, you'll have to get a ticket and come to see The Wizard of Oz to hear what next season is, because that's kind of how we always do that. So we kind of reveal it at the shows for what the next season is. But we always have the musical in the summertime. And each year we've done this thing called the 24-hour play challenge.
Yeah,
so that will be back again.
Seen that. Okay.
This year, instead of in the spring, it will be in the fall.
Okay.
So in October, there'll be an opportunity. We'll put something in the paper. It'll be on our website. But anyone who wants to give a shot at writing a play, a 10-minute one-act play, directing a play that's only 10 minutes, so it's manageable, or writing, directing, or acting in a play. If you want to try a little snippet of what it's like, come and sign up on the website in September for the 24-hour play challenge, because in October, you come on a Friday, you do a workshop about acting, directing, or writing, and then everybody leaves and goes home except the writers, and they stay overnight and they write a play.
Oh my gosh, how cool.
And then at 7 o'clock in the morning, the directors come back, they do a proofread with the writers, and then at 9 o'clock, the actors come and the directors direct the actors all day long. There's a little run through at 3:30 to 5:30. Everybody eats, and at 7 o'clock, poof, we have a show with about 6 to 7 10-minute one-acts that was all put together together in 24 hours.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And what a good way to get your feet wet.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's not that huge time commitment. You know, I would look at doing the summer theater and going, whoa, that's like you said, it's the cabin or, you know, camping or the theater, but this would be great. So.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to spread your wings, try something different.
Okay.
And then we always do the dinner theater with the Onion Grill in partnership. And so the dinner theater will be in January, at the end of January.
And what are some past titles from the dinner theater?
Well, we've done I Do, I Do. We've done, we did Bedroom Farce this year. James, that's how we met. Your husband was in our show. Yeah. Hilarious. So it's always a small cast with a great story, some laughs in there, sometimes some heartwarming things. We did Steel Magnolias one year. So, and great hospitality and food and service from the staff at the Onion Grill. So that's a great fun partnership that we do. And then we have an improv team. And so we had people come from all over, and there were 17 people on our improv team this year. Wow. And so it's always the second Friday in January, February, March, and April that we'll have improv in the wintertime, so that if you're not liking the cold, you can go out and you can get some giggles to warm the body up and have some fun. So there's that opportunity. And then every other year we do something either in a found space or something that's written. So this is the cycle to do something in April where we have a written piece of work. So we're going to create something new and original in April that will be offered.
Wow. Yeah. That's a lot for a group of volunteers. You know, I mean, because as you said, I know you have some paid staff that run your program, but you have a lot of people who step up and step in as volunteers. So that's that's a big shout out to the creative talent that's here in Hastings and in the surrounding area, because you do get people who come from is it kind of all over the Twin Cities?
It is. We've had people come from Golden Valley, come from Eden Prairie.
My friend Laura Mahler
Woodbury
was involved with a show, from Minnetonka.
Right.
So,
So we do our best to, when we can, bring in some guest artists for directing. If they're home, live in Hastings, that's great too. But just to get different voices to learn from and to grow from. Great. And then, we have our mainstay of new community members who are auditioning and giving things a shot, giving it a try. And then other people who come from the Twin Cities area. So it's a group that changes and ebbs and flows, but it's really fun. Cool. It's a good time.
Well, ladies, I look forward to coming to see The Wizard of Oz. I know that the community will fill the seats, and I want to thank you for all the work that you do, and wish you, break a leg.
That's what you say. Yep.
Thank you. That's Unity Through Community for the summer. We will be back in the fall. Take care.
All right, that's a wrap. Great job, guys.